just keep the ball in play and striking.
And that will just about do it. Still some frames to come, still some great bowling to come. But Caminsky's up against it now. This is a bit of personal pride for him. If he can keep these strikes flowing, the crowd will very much be on side.
Well, not only that, it will give him something to talk about when he comes into the commentary box, or something to talk about when he emails me, which he does quite occasionally throughout the year. Especially when the South Africans are playing cricket rather well, which is quite annoying. But we won't go anywhere near that.
Good effort. So, Caminsky turning it into a 5-bagger.
And believe it or not, actually takes the lead in the second game by 1 pin. In frame 6, he's 1 pin ahead.
Having a chat with some of the regulars in the crowd. That's the kind of guy he is, that's the kind of guy most of these bowlers are. Not a bad looking scorecard.
Yeah, it's such a shame we couldn't sort that out in game number 1.
Ooh, well, that's close to the potential for an open. It's maybe not big enough. 7 pins down.
It's the 2-8-10. This is likely to be an open frame. I'm just wondering how he's going to go about sparing this. Ball was light in the pocket, travelling too fast. Didn't mix them up. It's a two-handed approach. He's backed it up and thrown it in the gutter. Well, is that some sort of party piece shot as well? And it didn't work out. So he's lost pins there.
Well, that was a real trick shot. Bowling right-handed, but trying to come in on the left-hander's pocket.
No, just watch that. Yes, he's backed it up from left to right. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it out the channel.
Right, Caminsky just needs to shut all of that out at the moment and keep the strikes coming. Oh, this is quality. And at least he's showing this crowd here in Barnsley what he's capable of.
This is a very good game from Guy Caminsky. He made the adjustments, made the changes with the ball, changed the line, settled himself down. And this is a great looking strike. 6 in a row for the man from South Africa, and a nice bit of body language. Osku now just to make a couple of marks in frame 9 and 10.
No, but he should spare it.
It's the 3-6-10, which is a tricky little spare. It'll be interesting to see how he's going to go about this. There's 2 ways to take it. You can hit the 3-pin on the right-hand side or the left-hand side and hope he drops those other 2 pins down. Well inside his mark. Bit of overreaction in the back end. High through the head pin and didn't break anything up.
Fortunate not to leave some sort of tricky split there. No.
Oh, dear,
lucky man,
dear.
But he's earned his luck. Has Palermaa played some terrific Tenpin in this one and just gets a bit of good fortune.
Yeah, the bowling god smiled on him there. The last thing he wanted was actually 2 open frames. He's made that spare, and that's going to give him the opportunity to go through the 200 barrier in game 2.
What was that, the 6-pin coming back out of the gutter to knock over the 10?
It was indeed, Simon, yes, well done.
Caminsky then. Oh, he's locked in now, isn't he? That's game face. Oh, he's got it. Another strike. So takes the form on from that foundation frame into his closer. Can he strike out from here?
Oh, potential 269 game. Unfortunately, the difference is 29 pins still, and they're in the 10th frame, so I can't see that Guy's going to make this back. Palermaa just needs to keep the ball in the lane, working with a spare in the 9th. His first ball will count bonus. Let's see what Guy can do here. Working 7 strikes in a row. Looking for number 8.
And he gets no fortune on the 10-pin. Well, the run comes to an end, but once again, real entertainment from the South African for this Barnsley crowd. And they show their appreciation.
Yeah, just a fraction wide. Left that Tenpin standing in the corner. A spare for 258. And a good aggregate of 438. So it's a 219 average for the good man from South Africa. Unfortunately, it won't be enough.
Well, sporting gesture from Caminsky at the end. Big hug for his opponent. They will talk about this game over a beer later on. No doubt about that. But Palermaa now trying to turn it on. Bowling single-handed, I think, trying to go straight through the middle.
Yeah, just needed a few pins, so straight down the middle. Takes 8 on a spare, and that's enough. There's himself a bonus ball. He's through the 200 barrier, strike for 210. And an aggregate score of 466.
Well, there's no doubt this man is a quality performer.
Just trying a bit of one-handed stuff there. Takes 8.
Well, they'll be delighted with that. Osku Palermaa of Finland, the reigning World Cup champion, is through to the quarter-final, where he will meet the reigning World Tenpin Masters champion, Chris Barnes of the USA. And that's how Palermaa did it, courtesy of a pretty convincing win in the end against Guy Caminsky. 4-6-4 to Palermaa, 4-3-8 to Caminsky. Palermaa is through to the quarters.
So, defending champion Chris Barnes will now face the Flying Finn in round 2. But now let's look back at some past Masters, and who can forget the final of 2001 between Charlene Zulkifli of Malaysia and Tori Torgersen of Norway. We join our commentators with Zulkifli trailing by just 5 points coming into the 10th and final frame.
Tim Mack has just rejoined us in the commentary box, and he is just saying to us he can't remember seeing a match quite this intense. None of us can. Well, because she's adrift by those 5, she has to think in terms of 3 strikes here and just hope that something happens to Tora in this final frame.
Yep, that's for sure. She needs to trust on God right now. And we also have another nickname on Tora. We call him the God. So we will see what's happening here.
Got to have this. Absolutely vital. Is she going to keep
That's a good
her
shot.
hopes alive? It looks very good indeed.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, wow. Anne-Marie Putney enjoyed that one. But everybody's enjoying this. What a final.
Well, I feel privileged just to be here to see this. I have never seen a match this good.
Well, she's got to do it all over again now. Anne-Marie Putney says, go on, girl. She's been saying that throughout the tournament, actually. Very supportive of each other, the women competitors in this tournament. Now, can she keep it going?
Charlene takes a lot of time here. She gets through the shot like 100 times in her head right now. She won't.